Yo guys, and welcome back to Luke's vlog channel. Just finished watching the Premier League game between Aston Villa and Chelsea. First half, we scored in the first 3 minutes, assist by Leon Bailey to Douglas Luiz. After that point, after we scored, it was all Chelsea in the first half. Chelsea were creating a lot of chances against us. They had a lot of corners, and Watkins had a few chances. João Pedro scored their goal in the first half. He scored 2 goals. We thought we scored, and Watkins thought he scored, and it was a very tight call. But VAR said he was offside. But it was a disappointing first half. It was quite disappointing to go 2-1 down towards the end of the first half. Really disappointing. Watkins had a few chances. He had 2 chances before he thought he scored, and it was offside. I thought, just disappointing to, concede 2 goals from João Pedro. We were playing a very high line, which done us. Chelsea were doing us every time. They were doing the long ball up, and they were catching us every single time. And it just really really disappointing. We were doing it both in the first half and the second half. It was just a really bad day at the office. Our performance was really bad. Second half was really, really bad as well. Chelsea were just, all over us. Really, really disappointing. Premier League is corrupted. Our goal should have stood. The Watkins goal should have stood. But, it is what it is. We got battered 4-1 tonight. It's really embarrassing. To go 1-0 up in the first 3 minutes for Chelsea to absolutely batter us. It's really, really disappointing. We were really disappointing against Wolves, and another disappointing performance tonight. I think us going for the top 5, I think it's pretty much finished. I really think we're not gonna get top 5. I really think losing to Wolves on Friday and then losing tonight against Chelsea, getting absolutely embarrassed. And then we've got Lille next week in Europe, and then Man U, and then Lille again, and then West Ham, and then after the international break we've got Forest at Forest. Something just needs to change. Watkins has just been useless again. He was unlucky, and he should have, he had the chance in the second half to score a goal, but he was too busy dilly-dallying, and he had the chance, but he's it could have gone 3-2, but he's too busy messing about. Watkins is frustrating. He's a frustrating player to watch. He's frustrating. It's just absolutely ridiculous. He's our top Premier League goal scorer, and his performance are not showing it. One goal in 11 in his last 11 games. It's bad. It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. It's embarrassing to see your team get absolutely battered by Chelsea. João Pedro gets a hat-trick. And he gets an assist. Embarrassment. You know, the amount of times they were getting us on the counter, playing that stupid high line. But yeah, it goes on to the next one now against Lille, and then Man U, and then Lille again, and then West Ham. So this has been me, Luke's Vlog channel. Please like, subscribe if you need post notifications to be notified every time I upload a video. Up the Villa, and peace.